wrestling with WWE Wrestlepalooza. It takes place next Saturday in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse. And yeah, this is pretty on par with WWE's 5 matches. You would think for an extra $20 you would get maybe 1 or 2 matches, but I digress. Um,
I think they're gonna do it. I think they'll have a couple of dark matches.
Dark matches aren't going to be featured on the actual PLE.
Yeah, it's for the people in the goddamn stands. You're paying $40 for Brock Lesnar. You ain't paying
No,
$40 for.
no, I'm saying you're paying 30. You would think paying an extra $20, $30 in total, that the people, streaming would at least get maybe 1 or 2 more matches.
No, because the format they've been doing has been working. So why would they change it?
Because it's $20 more, and it's the only thing you're getting if on ESPN. Like if you're subscribing to Netflix or Peacock, you're getting more. You're getting more than just the PLE. You're getting Raw. You're getting SmackDown. You're getting the library. ESPN, you're getting only PLEs, bitch.
But didn't we just say that they were going the UFC model, and the UFC model is the main card? Main card is 5 matches. Now, UFC total card is like 15, but they're not going to show the 15. They're just going to give you the 5. And that's simple as that. All right, how you doing?
The UFC model does not work on the WWE model. And it's going to translate to not a lot of people are going to actually see this show.
Get out?
No, I got like 7 of these. Trying
But I will say this about the 5 matches. They're stacked. They're big matches, and for the people that actually will be seeing this, i.e. us, I do think it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I'm just getting gas. Now, as you were saying, sir.
I was saying, for the people that are actually seeing this show, i.e. us, it is going to be a good show because it is a stacked card.
It is for the main card, but I mean, that's my thing. Like I just tried to tell you earlier, they're there for the main card. They're not there for. It's the same thing with boxing. It's the same thing with the UFC. You'll get some people that show up for those other things, but when the lights go on and it's prime time, that is what matters. That is what matters above all else.
The first match is for the vacant women's championship. Io Sky versus Stephanie Vacco. Who wins, Kaliko?
Man, I was mad conflicted with this one. And the reason being because I could see the reason Io wins. If Io wins, it brings Rhea into play, it brings Asuka into play, it brings Kyrie into play. Which is why Stephanie's gonna win. Because putting the title on Stephanie is gonna make it new. It's gonna make it fresh. It's gonna make it, you know what I mean?
No, I agree with you on that, but let me ask you this question. Stephanie Vacco wins the championship at WrestlePalooza. The next month, let's say Survivor Series. No, there is no October. There is no PLE in October as of now.
Saturday night main event in Utah. That's their PLE.
Okay, so let's say that Saturday night's main event in October. who is Stephanie McCoy going to wrestle?
You could make the argument for Kyrie. You can make the argument for Asuka. That's the thing, because with Stephanie, it widens that pool for a number one contendership. You could even have a Rhea. I mean, there's nothing against that. Because honestly, they still got to set up a women's war games, and so you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So to me, I don't mind Stephanie having the title for the sake of them having to set up them literally setting up the women's war games.
I don't. I'm just. If it would make sense if Asuka crosses Io the title at this show. It kind of seems like we're getting to the point where she is going to turn on Io.
She is.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. There's so many built-in, rivalries right away with Io, winning the championship back. I don't want them just to give the title to Stephanie and then just have her fade into the background afterwards because of everything else going on. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think she would fade into the background though, because to me, she's too popular not to fade in the background, and that is the saving grace of the Stephanie. Stephanie is way, way too popular to fade in the background.
But when's the last time we actually seen her on Raw? It's been a couple
Well, the only reason you haven't seen her is because she was supposed to fight in Paris against Naomi, in which a match we knew she was going to lose.
Did we know she was going to lose that match?
Oh, fuck yeah, she was losing that match. You really thought they put all that into Naomi just for her to lose them? Like, no.
You literally just said Stephanie's was literally the most popular girl that they have. So why wouldn't it...
She's the most popular girl that they have, but Naomi was the most over girl that they had.
But she didn't... I mean, she was catching fire for sure.
Like, that's my point. She was catching fucking heat. Like, she was on fire. They were just now... The problem is she got hot, and the moment they realized, okay, we're going to put merch on her, she got pregnant.
Yeah. She was...
So that ain't her fault. That ain't her fault. I'd be damned if you say that's her fault. Like...
I could make the argument that could have been Stephanie, but that's a mute point right now.
Moot point.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Stephanie. If they wanted Io to still be champion, she would be champion already, I feel.
Yeah, if they wanted her to be champion, she wouldn't have got cashed in. Bingo, that's my point.
Right. So, Stephanie McCoy for the W, your new heavyweight, world heavyweight champion of the women.
Women's world heavyweight champion. Damn it.
Now we got a tag team match. The Usos, Jay and Jimmy, versus the Vision, the Bronze, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, the Bronze. This is honestly, if I'm being honest, the most interesting match on the card for me personally, because of what's been going on with Jay, and his moves, his mood swings as of late. Kind of emulating Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. So I am genuinely curious to see what actually happens in this match. Galika? Did we lose Kaliko? Okay, so until we get Kaliko back, I will say who wins this match. I'm gonna say Division takes the W on this one. Bronson needs to come up from taking an L to Roman the last PLE. There's obviously some conflict between Jimmy and Jay. And they don't want Braun to take an L again. So.
Do they hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
There we go. I was wondering, like, what the hell? What the hell are you?
The Jays versus the Brawns. Who wins?
The Braun.
Okay, so we're in agreement.
Well, we're in agreement because, one, this is the first time they're tag teaming in 5 years. Which, even though that they know each other, they're literally twins, but the tension between them on Monday says a lot.
Right.
Just shows that the more that people think that they're healed, the more that they realize that they're not. So yeah. The Bronze gets the win because it gives them the credibility. And how else can you get the War Games without it? Because now I see it as Jimmy's going to be in a position. Jimmy's going to be the one put in a precarious position. Because Roman's going to come back.
Right.
And Jay will be all in. All in. And now the point is going to be on Jimmy. What does he choose?
Right. So it is going to be interesting because obviously there's going to be a War Games at some point, and we're looking at the fifth man when it comes to one side. So. This sounds like a really weird thing to say, but could Big Jim actually join Division?
No, because he's the person. Jim is in the position where Jim is in the same position he was when he first came back. It's just now it's the opposite side, right? So when Jim came back the first time, he was like, man, fuck Roman. And Jay was like, nah, man, you got to stick with him. And now he's coming back and he's like, man, you sounded like Roman. And Jim is like, man, fuck you. So he just can't win for losing, bro. Like, he's just stuck. Personally, but I just, so either way, he's just stuck. He's just like, hey, man, I was trying to do right by my twin, and then Roman came in. And now I'm trying to do right by my twin again, and he's still on Roman. So he just, like, fucked up. It's just all fucked for him. So he just can't get right. So that's why I think that's where the disconnect is going to come in, because it's like, and especially considering Jay is the way that Roman talked to him was like he was supposed to be the heir. And the one thing I love about this, it calls back all the way to why Jimmy kicked him in the first place at SummerSlam.
That's right.
it all called back. Because when everybody was like, why the fuck did you kick Jimmy and cost him the belt? Jimmy knew what was up. That was why. Jimmy knew.
Talk about your long-term storytelling.
Dead ass. That is the longest of long-term storytelling. Because now he could be like, yo, you sounded like Roman, that's why I kicked you. Because I wanted to prevent you from being this way. Right. And even when he did it, Jay still got this way.
Right. All right, but we're in agreement. Division takes the W.
Division takes the W, sets up War Games.
Mixed tag team match: CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Who wins?
Ooh, this is interesting. I think Punk Lee, but Lee pins Becky.
I agree with that. Becky Lynch, AJ
Or
Lee.
no. Pete Lee taps Becky, rather.
I mean, same difference.
No, because there's a difference. There's a difference. Gunther getting pinned is different than Gunther getting tapped out.
I mean, yes. I mean, there's difference between that, but and I mean, AJ's finisher is the Black Widow, so
Black Widow,
which is
yeah,
a submission move. So I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
I mean, it would further along the storyline between Becky and AJ. For anybody that doesn't know, AJ is contracted to WWE. She's not going anywhere. So,
and yeah, she's back.
lots of dreams matches going to be happening sooner rather than later.
Cannot wait.
So, it would make. I mean, it would make perfect sense for AJ to win the match. I mean, she did not fly all the way to Indianapolis, drive 15 minutes from the airport, find the parking, pay the Uber, and, get in the arena, put on her Vans, whatever boots or brand of shoes she wears.
Chuck Taylor's.
Chuck Taylor's, thank you. Just to lose to fucking Becky Lynch. I mean, even though she's fucking
In her
Becky
first match back. Exactly. She did not go through all that shit just to go back and, like, you know what? I'm going to take this L.
Yeah. That don't work for me, brother. And, I mean, again, that intercontinental scene has been on fire this last year, so the United States Championship can't catch a spark at this point, so.
I mean, but why? Because Becky Lynch has the belt. Which, it helps her because, A, it's a belt that they need to, one, that they want to elevate as a workhorse belt. Two, she's married to a workhorse wrestler. Three, there's so many layers to it. Workhorse belt, workhorse wrestler with a workhorse couple who is a mainstream name. It works because of that.
Alright, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Who wins?
This is at WrestlePalooza?
Mm-hmm. Announced on SmackDown last night. Cody Rhodes made his triumphant return to fuck up Drew McIntyre, and the match was made.
Well, as much as I love Drew, Cody is winning.
Yeah. I don't... As much as I'd love for Drew to win this match, I feel like it's really unlikely for him actually to win the match. Maybe if this was a little bit more down the line, depending on if this storyline continues and develops, we might, there might be a better chance of him getting the title. But at this very moment, at this very show, Cody Rhodes will be taking the W.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, and I can't imagine that this won't be the main event. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Who wins?
Oh, I mean, the last time these two fought, I saw John Cena die. Just for context, John Cena just beat Cody. No, John Cena just beat Logan. Brock is his biggest enemy. Conventional wisdom would tell you he would conquer the guy that conquered him. Oh gosh, but then I cannot get Suplex City out of my mind from 2014. Fuck, I'm gonna roll the dice and go Cena. It's his last year. Brock will always be there tomorrow. And he loses nothing losing to Cena because he's already lost to him before.
That's what I was gonna say. What does Brock Lesnar gain from beating John Cena again? Not John Cena. All John Cena could say is he got some retribution from the last time he fucked him up. And I mean, rest assured, Brock's gonna fuck him up in this match. There's no doubt about it. It's just a matter of how much does he fuck him up before he gets, a roll up on him and wins.
I don't see a roll up though, so that's just me.
Metaphorically speaking.
I think Super Cena comes back one more time because this was the death of Superman, and Superman comes back against his good old nemesis.
Agreed. John Cena for the win?
John Cena for the win.
Alright. That will conclude our coverage of WrestlePalooza. We should have a review of the show in 2 weeks. So yeah.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.